Hello and welcome to Mermay 2022. This is one of the images that I drew for this event. This event is hosted by Monarch Coloring Events, and a special thank you to Michelle Kahler. I am Monia Gates. I'm the artist behind Color My Dreams. Another special thanks to Natalia Artemieva. She took the photograph that I used as my inspiration to draw this image. And today we're just going to have some fun and color depth with an ocean background. Hi Janine, hi Mum, hi Hanneli, hi Alison, hi Lizzie, hi Michelle, welcome. So nice to see so many of you here. I know it's not a usual time slot, so it's different times for most of you that normally attend my streams. Okay, so let's start. Um, this is what we are going to do. Let me just try and zoom out a bit so that you can see the whole background. So we've got a light coming in from the top. We've got the slight ripple of the waves. Then we want to create some depth with sand and a little bit of reflection on the sand. And then the color changes obviously to just create some depth. So I've printed out another one that we will start on. I'm going to start more towards the bottom. I just want to zoom in so that you can see better. So first color I'm going to use, I will add the colors straight after the stream. So to create the depth, you've got a lighter color in the front, then it will gradually go to darker color. So you're creating your depth with the light and darks at this stage, and then also slightly with color tones. So first of all, your warmer colors will be more your eye will read it to be more in front, and cooler colors is more subdued, so it will fall backwards. So I also chosen quite greeny tones, which my camera is not really picking up because I'm streaming in daytime. It's quite bright here. And so if you look at this one again, this is more of your aquamarines and aquas. Because I want to give the mermaid red hair, so playing with complementary colors in a slight way. So I'm going to start with the slight patterning of the reflection of the rays that's coming through the water. So it's breaking up in slight prism colors. And then also the color change and the texture of the sand. So this is the most intricate work of this background. The rest is quite plain and simple. So I think let's start with the most difficult part, and then we can move forward to the easier bits. So the first color I'm going to use is I'm going to use Beige Sienna PC1080. So first I'm just going to give a flat light layer, medium to light pressure, just plain Beige Sienna. So this will be like the base color or the underlayer for all the different colors that we will be adding. Oh, thank you, Alison. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, Janine, I will be doing more of her in public stream because would like to play around with some colors on some of the underwater corals and plants, and then also just play off with the complementary colors, similar to what we did in the patron stream when I explained everything about color choices and how you can play around with them to create focus. Can everybody see okay and hear me okay before we carry on? So just a light even layer, and I'm stopping it round about where this plant ends. So down here it's slightly more of the beige sienna, and then just fade it in. The next color I'm going to use is Sap Light Green PC 120. I'm holding my pencil further back because I'm quite heavy-handed, so to make sure that it's a light layer, I'm taking the pressure off the front of the pencil, so that just gives you a lighter layer. And thank you, Michelle, for organizing this event. It's really amazing. I've posted in the description the link to Facebook and to Monarch Coloring Events page to see all the different artist pages and the YouTubers that will be streaming for this event. Please come and join in the fun. Next color is Light Aqua PC992. Oh, and there will be lots of prizes being given in different events and different Facebook groups. Please go and check it out. So round about here, I would like to stop the sand and let the water be more prominent, because it's almost like a little horizon line. So just take your pencil, draw a couple of horizontal lines just to soften the break. And this color is Aquamarine PC905. Hi Renata, welcome. Another light layer. And try and get as close as to the hair as possible. Okay, now I'm just going to start with the details, and I'm going to take Eggshell. Eggshell PC 140. So now I'm going to start at the bottom. So it's not, it doesn't have to be exactly the same spacing or anything. I just want you to try and just layer the different shapes of the shadows. So concentrate on your light and shadow, and then you create your pattern of the sand. So roughly about a centimeter into the page, I'm highlighting downwards. So I'm just first just putting in the highlights. Now turn it in a diagonal. Diagonal, cross, from down here, downwards again, follow the similar line. Really highlight this bend. Oh, let's bring you closer. So here I've highlighted downward, downward, one in the diagonal upward, slightly coming down here in a bend. So we're just basically playing with the highlights of the texture of the sand, and then where it will catch some of the rays that will break it into like a reflection, but some of it will have like a prism effect because of the light breaking. This is just a half moon shape. Hi, Eva. Welcome. Nice to see you here. And here in this corner, really lighten it. Next, I'm going to take Nectar. Mom, can you just give me the code? My codes have gone off. It looks like 1092, but I'm not sure. So now I'm bringing in some pinks, and this is where the light that will shine onto the sand will give you a reflection that has a prism break. So on your left hand side of this one here, also add a little bit of pink. Oh, nectar. In the corner. Nectar 1092. Next, I'm going to take light green, PC 920, and put it on the right hand side of this eggshell that we have here. So it's like a small little rainbow happening. Next is Light Aqua. So it will look a little bit like just lines and colors. It will look a bit strange at this stage, but once you put all the colors down and you start blending it in, you'll get the effect that you want. And right next to this one here. Next, I'm going to use Great Lavender. Now I'm just covering this corner here. We'll intensify it just now with grays, because as you know, when you're adding gray to your color, you create a different tone of that specific color, and it will push some of it back slightly. Hi, Caroline. Welcome. Next is 50% French Grey, BC 1072. So now just darken the shadow areas of the sand so that you can shape it. Next I'm going to take Beige Sienna and just slightly blend in the grey onto the eggshell. You soften your lines on the edges into the colors. Still with Beige Sienna. Just slightly, with a light hand, go over your little rainbow that you created there. Then just take your Nectar and enhance the pink in that corner and here. And then a little bit of pink, BC929, just a little bit more. It's just little spots of interest that will draw the eye into the page. Next is my eggshell again. Soften the edges, light layer. You don't want any sharp lines, so just blend it all into each other where the highlights are. Blend it onto the next color. Now we're going to move further. Okay, is this better with volume wise? I'm going to take my eggshell again and draw a small, slightly curved half moon. Highlight this edge a little bit more because it will catch more light. Enhance this shape here. Give it a little bit of, see, I'm following this line here. So this forms like a line that your eye will draw, and here. But you don't have to get it exactly this spacing. You can just, once you just keep it to simple to the shapes and where the lights and the darks are, your page will create it by itself. And here I'm extending a little light layer carrying on to the next part of the um, pattern that we're doing, if you can call it that. Next is Nectar. Here we just want a little bit here. I think we can do a page giveaway. We can do random number generator. This is light green in my hand. And just brighten this area here and here. Let's do number generator. You can choose a number between 1 and 100. This is for quite a big prize. I will give you a complimentary $20 to spend in my Etsy shop. So you can buy pages, everything for the value of $20. And there will be new pages coming each and every week this month, all mermaids. And this is Light Aqua in my hand. Hi Mandy, welcome. So the closest to the number that will be the winner. It's not over or under or any funny tricks, just the closest to the number will win. So is everybody who wanted to play, put your numbers down right now. The next color I'm going to use is Slate Grey, PC 936. So is all the numbers in? So now we're just bringing in a little bit of a shadow so that it's not too bright. still with the slate grey. And you create your next shape. Hi Candace, welcome. Now I'm going to take Light Aqua and just brighten it slightly here at the bottom. Next is Nectar again. Okay, so let's start. We start and stop. The lucky number is 54, so the one closest to 54 is our winner of a $20 voucher to spend in my Etsy shop. Lizzie. Congratulations, Lizzie. And if you already have most of my pages, which I think you might do, you can keep your voucher for the new pages. Or you can PM me. Or you can gift it to someone, but we can discuss that. So congratulations, Lizzie. You can PM me with whatever you would like to do or pages that you choose. This is Eggshell again. Now we're just reworking the highlights here. And then we need to bring in our shadows. And this is the light green again. Need to bring in a little bit green. So focusing some of the highlights, bringing more of the blues and greens as we go further back. Next I'm going to use a little bit of Violet Lake, BC 1079. I just want to soften this highlight a little bit, so give it a light layer. Next is Eggshell. Go slightly in a diagonal across your highlighted area here and just soften the edges, because you don't want hard edges, because the sand is like a soft texture at the bottom in the ocean. Again, highlight. Next is light green. I'm going over the eggshell now, so it's going slightly more towards the greener tones. So here in front it's eggshell, and now I'm going to start toning the eggshell highlighted area into darker color. Now I'm just bringing in it sideways towards this. So here also bringing the attention towards this coral here. Bring it down. Now here I'm bringing, as you can see, this spacing. Here it's a big space, there it's getting smaller, even smaller, smaller, and then more smaller. So your spacing is important so that you can create your depth. And this is Light Aqua. Yes, we will also be loading an event in my Facebook group, Color My Dreams. It will be Mermay Magical Ocean event, please go and check out Monarch coloring events page, and also join Fiesta coloring group. The links is in the description. Then you'll see there's such a fun event going on there, lots of prizes, and just come and have some fun with us. This is Eggshell again. Just bring some highlights down. So I'm softening the lines. And I will be coloring this image in my public stream, so if you want to come and join and color along, the page is available from our Etsy store. The link is also in the description. So now I'm just bringing in some of the highlights. Now I'm going to take light green and go over all of these ones in the back. So with a light hand, I'm covering them. Hi B, welcome. Thank you B. This is Light Aqua again. Now we're going to start to darken the, what do you call them, little shadow areas a little bit more. And also they will become less clear like these ones in front. Next I'm going to use Sled Grey again, really bring in a darker tone. And now you can see that the spacing becomes smaller in between the highlighted lines. So you're drawing them a little bit closer together, and that will create some depth as you move further backwards. Next is light green. So we want a little bit of a brightness here. Next is Light Aqua again. So keep in mind when doing the background, the texture, you want it to be soft. So you must try and not have any hard lines. Try and soften your lines as you color. For example, here, blend in the edges so that you get that softer feel, so that you can create that soft, sandy look. So if you make one mark like that, make sure to blend in your edges so that it's a soft transition to go into your next color. Next, I'm going to take French Grey again, 50%, PC 1072. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Alison. Thank you, Mandy. And next I'm going to use Caledon Green, PC 1020. So this is in between your highlight. And just to make it slightly darker. Next, I'm going to use Aquamarine. Bye, Renata. Drive safely. So now I want to blend the darker color into the rest here. So on the edges of, for example, this one, we bring in some light aqua at this stage because you want to slightly transition into the darker tones of the water. So I'm bringing it into the shadow areas and slightly over the highlighted bits. I'm going to take light green again. Hello, Belinda. Welcome. So nice to see you here. Whose birthday is it? Belinda, is it your birthday? Happy birthday, Belinda. Hope you have an awesome day. Belinda, and just because it's your birthday, you can PM me and I will gift you with one of my Etsy pages. You can choose whichever one you want. Happy birthday. And Belinda will also be streaming for this event. You must check out her channel and the Monarch events page to see all the streamers and all the artists that's participating in the event. Go and check it out and come and have some fun with us. Her channel is Color with Faithful Girl 1978. Next is Light Aqua again. Now I'm just going to give it a light layer. It was Grey Green Light, sorry. Grey Green Light 289. Ah, thank you, Belinda. I thought I have some foils on it. They are purple, green, blue, and gold. So they change color as you move, but you can't really see in the lights. This is back to Grey Green Light. No, just Grey Green Light, not white yet. Next is Aquamarine, BC 905. Accentuate some of the shadows. Draw little lines. So little line shapes, and we will highlight some of them and connect some of them. Take your grey green light, and this one I will highlight because I want it to come forward a little bit more, and this one, then this one here in the back, here, a little dot here, accentuate this line. So your eye will start to fill in how it moves further back. and then just touch it here and there with the grey-green light. Then I'm going to take my light green and just cover that grey-green light with light green. So that just brightens it slightly. Now, with my light green, I'm just going to soften some of the lines. As I said before, try and keep all your lines soft. Everywhere where you see a sharp edge, blend them in softly. Light hand, just blend it onto the next color. So I've decided to do this type of background because there will be so many different mermaid images, and this is a background that you can use on any page, not necessarily a portrait image. You can do this on a bigger scale with just a mermaid in the middle and repeat this on the other side. So it is a background that you can use on different pages. Back to Light Aqua. Bye, Eva. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, Eva. Next is Sled Grey. So now we want to darken this a little bit more. Try and do it gradually. So you add a little bit here, and then towards the back you add more little lines. Next is Aquamarine again, 905. Now they are really close together, these lines. Go lightly over your shadow parts in this section, the last two rows basically. And don't cover your coral on this image like I've just done. Now I'm adding in some shadow so that you can get some lines going to follow these ones. See, you've got a direction. So I'm adding in a shadow so that your eye will create your line. Now I'm just taking pale sage and just enhance the line. Just here and there. Pale Sage is 1089. Now take Light Aqua, go lightly over because you don't want too much definition here in the back. So light layer with the light hand, slightly darken all your colors going towards the back. Now back to Aquamarine. And now I'm doing a solid color. Solid color Aquamarine. It looks blue on the camera. For some other reason, I find it difficult for the camera to read, like the turquoisey, the green in the turquoises. I've tried all the settings, but this is Aquamarine. And this is medium pressure. Oh, hi Renata, welcome back. Now soften the transition by lightly covering the stop section, enhancing some of your lines. Next I'm going to use Parrot Green, PC 1006. So just lightly, just cover your transition section because you want that little bit of green to enhance the colors. Hi Chantal, welcome. So nice to see you here. Next is Peacock Blue. So now just a little bit, because you want a little bit darker on where the edge of the sand ends. Peacock Blue is 1072. Then Peacock Green over it, just a little bit, a light layer. Back to Aquamarine. Still with Aquamarine. Now with Aquamarine, just give it a light layer, shade it in a bit. Soften all the lines. Then Light Aqua again. Just here and there, a little bit of lines, just so that you don't have like a blunt end to your color change, or to where the sand ends. Back still with Light Aqua. Bring it in a little bit here so that you have a soft transition into your darker area. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit. Because now I want to take it from your Aquamarine, which is down here. Then we, don't go over the lines. Let's do a page giveaway again. But this time it's not a voucher. This time it's just one page from my Etsy store of your choosing. You can choose your numbers now between 1 and 100. Can start now. The number closest to 100 will win. Next color is Light Aqua. Light Aqua, BC992. So blend it into your aquamarine. Then flicking motion upward. Next color is light green. Go slightly over your light aqua. Give a light layer. Back to light aqua. Just blend it in. And you don't have to blend it completely smooth. There can be a little bit of holes still because we are going to add more colors to this top just now. So pale sage is next. So I would say it's like a medium layer that you need. So with the light hand, I'm adding a layer, adding another layer till you have small little holes, not too big. So you've got quite a bit of pencil down to the page. So when you do the details just now, you will get a good blend of this undertone colors shining through. And don't forget to go in between the hair. Back to light green. And you'll see that I'm almost like trying to get a downward shape. So follow your line in between the hair strands so that you don't have pieces that looks like little puzzle pieces. I normally don't start with the background first, but I thought it was a good idea for the stream for the event to do a background instead of the portrait or the hair or something. And it's something that you can use on all your other pages. Okay, so is all the numbers in? But it's not a good idea if you have to color in between the hair. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. Start. And stop. 94. 94 is our lucky winner today, or for this draw, for a Etsy page of your choosing from a Etsy store. So I think the highest one, Chantal. Congratulations, Chantal. This is the Aquamarine again. I just want to bring in the color tones that's on the left hand side, just onto this little bit of a background that we have here. Now try not to go over the lines of your objects or corals that's and anemones that's on the page. Try and go around them. Next is Light Aqua. Now, these are just colors that I've chosen, but you can turn them to fit whatever hair color you want her to have. So you can add in more violet blues. So this is just a basic idea. Or you can turn them more towards the green. Like with parrot green, you you can add in more greener tones. And also think about what would be complementary to the hair color that you will be using. So, for example, red hair, you will turn your sea colors to be slightly more greener tones, um, or orangey browny colors. If there's a orange undertone to the brown hair that you are using, then go slightly purpley in your tones. You can do that. Or you can just go for all monochromatic, and you can go with light blonde or white hair. And keep everything to pastel. It's really up to you. Just have some fun. Okay, now for the top, we are first just going to add in some 50% French Grey. Now I'm going to go, let me just bring you closer again. I'm going to take 50% French Grey, PC1072, and I'm in a rounded circular motion like this. I'm going to add in all my textures going in a round way. So this is just straightforward really. Just a little bit. Shade here. And this is with a soft hand. Now I'm going to take white. Let's just bring him closer some more. Oh, that sounds lovely, Janine. Did you get a nice lamp? This is white PC 938. Now with the white, I'm forming like a little shape, so to say. Drawing little lines and shading them in. See, I'm forming almost like a bit of a circular shape. And here I'm holding my pencil quite flat and turning them upwards, because you want to now create this direction with the rays coming in to the page. Hi Marilyn, welcome. So here I'm really whitening it and moving it down with a flat pencil. Remember, soft edges and really lighten in the middle. Hi Sunette, welcome. So now you've got your middle section. Use your white there. Really white in this area, the area where the ray is penetrating the water. Soften the edge of the white here. Then Eggshell, PC 140. Just go all around. Then Pale Sage. We just added that Eggshell for a little bit of warmth. Fill in those holes. Yes, it's the top of the water, so it's the bottom. You'll see that we will, as we color, you will get like a shape of some movement that's at the top, but not too much in focus, because you want your focus to be here. And this is grey green light. Shade in your white into your pale sage. Then white again. And this is medium pressure. Then you need your light green again. Bring it in. Back to white. Ooh, this is a bit too light. Where's my light aqua? Cover that. And then light green just over it. Little bit more light aqua. Add in your whites here, and the ray penetrating through the top of the water, going down. You will have one roundabout here. Take your grey-green light. Then light aqua. Thank you, Janine. Light aqua, bring in some darks in between. It's just small little lines I'm doing like that on the page. Now with the grey-green light, add in a little bit more here at the top. Just a little bit of texture. So your camera, you catching the sand at the bottom, looking up towards the top of where the waves and the top of the water edge is. And a little bit of rays that's penetrating the water. Then light green. Here and there. Again, bring it down. Now take the light green and go onto your ray, because you want the ray not to just be white coming through. You need to soften the edges with the light green. Here. Softer. Go on top of the white at the edge so that you can soften it. Then, oops, a little bit of pale sage just to make the transition between the light green and the grey-green light. Bring it down. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Lizzie. Now, let's just zoom out a bit, because you also need to now bring this rays that's coming in here where it's the lightest. Oops, I'm off the page. out a bit. Now with the grey-green light, just highlight this section, bring it straighter towards the middle, then moving it around, going towards the other side. Bring some rays in here. Then here, light green again. Make this ray softer. Take light aqua and just shape it so that it's straight. Bring the light aqua down towards the bottom. Bring a little bit of light green. Bring it down. Now with a flicking motion in this section, let me just zoom out. So I've got light green in my hand. Thank you, Sinette. Now you need to bring them down to your bottom of your page here before we carry on with the top. So with a flicking motion, bring your rays down. And here where you have a highlight, for example, let me just move it up here. See, I've got highlights in certain spots down here. Let's just zoom in because you can't really see, it's too far away. Okay, sorry, I'm just waiting for the delay so that I can see if I've zoomed in correctly. There we go. So flicking motion, bring your rays down. Say you have a highlight here. Make sure that you do have a little bit of your rays following a direction that it will catch. But keep in mind your angle of your rays penetrating the water. Now here, this is also going to have rays here. But now I'm putting it straight. And then here. And a little bit here. Then with light aqua, just soften the edges. You don't want it to be too prominent. It's soft. Now moving back to our top, we have texture of light and shadows here at the top. So we don't want it to just stop and there's a big hole. You need to still bring in some of the darker colors in between, but not too much. It's like thin lines. Then I'm going to take slate grey. Slate grey. And here we're just toning down some of the color that we have. And do the same here. Carry it through. I'm toning down the corner. Now on this side, you can't really see, you'll just basically have color in between the hair. Now this little triangle that we have here on the other side, I'm just going to take Light Aqua. I just want to see if I'm going to take Light Aqua and just shade it in a little bit. And close the holes. Where's my Aquamarine? Back to Light Aqua. Then I'm going to take my light green, and in the direction of where that lightest part is, I'm going to bring in the rays that's shining through. And angle them. Oh, I've gone over the head. Don't do that. And then just the Aquamarine. Then you can darken it a little bit more in this corner and go with Peacock Blue. Flicking motion onto the Aquamarine that we have here. And then Light Aqua. Aquamarine. Because here you don't want too much detail, because here will be lots of detail on my image. So I'm keeping this space here quite simple. So the other color that I'm going to use is a little bit of Peacock Green, just to darken it slightly. Then Aquamarine over it. So I'm just bringing it a little bit more towards the green side. And now the light green, and do your rays. And you can actually use something like a cloud blue and enhance some of the rays a little bit more in between. So here where we've got them on the other side, a little bit of cloud blue in the rays. Okay, so let's zoom out some more. And now you can add a little bit of shadow here and there just to add interest in your background, not where the rays are, but into the flat space. And this is just slate grey in my hand. And there we go. We've got a background. And that's all it is to it. It's not too difficult. I'm sure that lots of people thought it would be more difficult. Okay, this is really... So if I lift it up, so you've got your sand texture in the front, you've got a little bit of wave movement at the top, you've got rays coming in, so you've created interest on the whole page, on the background. But it's not too much detail, so you can still play around with your details in the front, so that will be your focus. So you've got interest in your background, but not too much. Oh, thank you so much. Is there anybody that has any questions? Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Chantal. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Hanali. Thank you, Janine. So if I lift the page, this is the top. And we go down a little bit. So you've got sand at the bottom. Oh, you can't really see. The lights are too bright. Let me just zoom in so you can see better. I hope some of you will join me in public streams to finish this page. That's why I normally do my streams at night time. So there's our sand. If I move it down slightly, this is the top. You can see the light rays. Uh, the next bit will be on Wednesday, Janine, after the patron stream. And a little bit more. And that's it for today. Thank you, Mom, for being my mod. Thank you to each and everyone that came out to watch the stream. I hope to see some interesting backgrounds and join all the other YouTubers and artists with the um, Mermay Marvels 2022. And come and join our Facebook group. We will be having an event soon up there for Mermaid Ocean Magic. Join Fiesta Coloring Group. There's lovely events happening there as well. And check out Monarch Facebook page to see all the different artists and all the different YouTubers that will be part of this event. Join in and have some fun. See you all next week, Wednesday. Yes, Janine. I'm just pausing the pirate to finish this one, and then we'll finish the pirate. We won't have much to do on the pirate. Bye bye and stay safe.